Welcome. Today's lesson is over area of composite figures. Sounds very complicated, but actually it really isn't. It's just find the area of given shapes. So, before we do that, let's look at our number routine. How do you know? Which pizza area is greater? Would a circular pizza or a rectangular pizza be greater? Well, first of all, we know the area of a rectangle is base times height. The base is 8, the height is 5. So the area of this rectangular pizza is 40 square centimeter. To find the area of a circle is pi r squared. What is the radius? 4. So I'm going to substitute the radius with 4. Pi will be replaced by 3.14. I substitute the radius with 4 squared. And what is 4 squared? 4 times 4 is 16. So it's 3.14 times 16. If I multiply 3.14 times 16, that's 24, carry the 2. 6 plus 2 is 8. 6 times 3 is 18. Smiley face, placeholder mean. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. I add this up. 2 digits are behind the decimal point. So the circular pizza has an area of 50 and 2400 square centimeter. So which pizza is greater? The circular pizza. Plus, from the picture, you can kind of tell it looks as it is. Actually, it's not really drawn to scale, so you wouldn't know. But the circular pizza is greater. We could have estimated instead of using 3.14 as pi as just 3. So it would have been 16 times 3 of 48 square centimeters, still greater than 40 square centimeters. And to check our work, the circular pizza is 50.24 square centimeter, and the rectangular pizza is 40 square centimeter. So in the area of a composite figure, in this one, you're given a shape. And what you have to do is you have to break it down into recognizable shapes. For example, I see a trapezoid here and I see a rectangle here. So let's find the area of the trapezoid. To find the area of a trapezoid, the formula is 1/2 b1 plus area half of the sum of the two bases times the height. So what is, you know what, let's take out my highlighter. This is, and let's take out the other highlighter here. So what is the area, what are the lengths of the two bases? This is 24. So 24 plus 13 half, and the height is 4. If you add 24 to 13, that's 37. And what is 37 times 4? That's 28 carried 2, 148. And what's half of 148? 74 square inches. So the area of the trapezoid is 74 square inches. Now let's find the area of the rectangle. So I'll do it right here. The area of the rectangle. To find the formula is base times height. The base is 24. The height is 7. So that would be 168 square inches. So the rectangle, this rectangle right here, has an area of 168 square inches. The area of the trapezoid is 74. Together, add this up, 12 carried to 1, that's 13 plus 1 is 14. 242 is right here, Miss Semp. So that is the area of this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of this hexagon. Next one. In this one, we see like almost like a, to me, it's like it's a basketball court. We see a square, so area of a square, which is base times height. The base is 12, the height is 12. So the area of the square is 144 square feet. Let's use a different pen color. I'll use area of semicircle, not a full circle, but a semi. A semicircle is a half of the circle. To find the area of a semicircle, you take half of a full circle of pi r squared. So what would be the radius of this semicircle? Well, if it's from here to here is 12 feet, then this must be 6 feet. So pi is 3.14. The radius is 6 square. And what is 6 square? 36 and half. So many ways you can multiply this. We can do half of 36 is 18, and 18 times pi. Or you could do 3.14 times 36 and cut that number in half. So I'm going to do 3.14 times 18. That's 8 times 4 is 32, carry to 3. 8 plus 3 is 11, carry to 1. 24 plus 1 is 25. Placeholder, 1 times 4 is 4, 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 3 is 3. If you add this up, you get 2 digits. So the area of the semicircle is 56.52. And together, 144 plus 56.52, 2, 5, 10, carry 1, 10, 200.52. The closest one I see is drinking coffee. Next one. In this one, what two shapes do you see here? I see a trapezoid right here, and I see a semicircle right here. So let's do the trapezoid first. The area of the trapezoid. The area of this trapezoid, again, is very important. You write out the formula and substitute properly. The two bases are 10 and 2, and the height is 4. 10 plus 2 is 12. Height is 4. So 12 times 4 is 48. Half of 48 is 24 meters square. So the area of the trapezoid is 24. So I know this is out, this is out. And so now let's do semicircle. So the area of a semicircle is half of pi r squared. What is the radius of this semicircle? 2 meters. So half pi will be 3.14, and radius is 2 square. So it'll be half 3.14 and 4. So do you want to multiply 3.14 times 4 and cut it in half? Or do you do half of 4? Let's do half of 4, which is 2. And what is 2 times 3.14? 6 and 2800 square meter. So the area of the semicircle is 6 and 2800 square meter. The area of the trapezoid is 24. Together, it adds up to 30 and 2800, which is C is the closest. So in this one, what shapes do you see? I see a triangle, area of triangle, which is half of the base times height. And then I see area of a rectangle, which is just base times height. Let's do the rectangle first. The base is 12, the height is 9. So that would be 108 square centimeter. So that's out. And I believe the 204 will be out because you can tell the triangle is not as large as the rectangle. What is the base? If you turn this picture around, the base would be 9. The height is 7. So 9 times 7 is 63. What's half of 63? Half of 60 is 30. Half of 3 is 1.5. So the area of the triangle is 31.5 square centimeter, while the area of the rectangle is 108 square centimeter. Together, it adds up to 139.5, which is spring break. This one, find the area of this composite figure. Many ways you could break this down. Do you want to break it this way or this way? I'll break it this way. So I see area of two rectangles. That's base times height and also base times height. What's the area of this larger rectangle? The base is 8, the height is 4. So it's 32 square inches. What is the area of this smaller one? Like this is a little harder right here. Let's think. From here to here, it is 4 inches. But they said this whole thing is 6 inches, so this must be 2 inches. So the height must be 2 inches. From here to here is 4 inches. So how long is it from here to here? If this is 8 inches, so this must be 4 inches. So the area of the smaller rectangle is 8 square inches. Together, it is 40 square inches. Another way you can think about it is you can find the area of this, which is 48. Then you cut out this 8, cut this part out, and then you're left with 40 square inches. Oh, so what two things? I see a area of a triangle, and I see area of a semicircle. To find the area of a triangle, you have to multiply half of the base times height. If I turn this picture upside down, the base would be 16, and the height would be 12 and half of it. 16 times 12 is 192. What is half of 192? 96 square meter. So the area of the triangle is 96 square meter. Now let's find the area of the semicircle. It is a semicircle, not a full circle, so it's half pi r squared. Pi is 3.14. What would the radius of this be? 8 square, which is 64. What's half of 64? 32. So let's multiply 32 times 3.14. 3.14 times 32. That's 826. Placeholder. 3 times 4 is 12. Greater than 1 is 4. 9. 8. 4. 10. 100.48 plus 96. The area of the triangle, because the area of the semicircle is 100.48, while the area of the triangle is 96. Together, it is 196.48, which is closest to E, hot air balloon. So what we've just done is you have been given a shape. Can you find the area of the composite figure by breaking it into recognizable shapes that you know of, find the area of each one, and combine it? For example, in this one, we're not going to do this one, but I see, you can split it right down here. I see a rectangle and a trapezoid. Or how many you see it this way? A rectangle here and a trapezoid above there. This one, what do you see here? I see this with this is a area of a full circle, and this is a rectangle. So you find the area of the circle and the rectangle. And this one, find the shaded area. That means you find the area of the circle. You find the area of the square. The area of the square, I'll do this one. The area of the square, the formula is base times height. So 10 times 10 is 100 square meter. So we know A is out because it says find the shaded area. So we need to cut out the area of a circle. And what is the area of a circle? Pi r squared. 30.14. So the radius would be 5 square, which is 25. So what's 3.14 times 25? That's 20 carried to 2, 7, 15, placeholder, that's 8, 2, 6. If you add this up, 78.50. So the area of the square is 100 square meter. The area of the circle is 78.50. So we need to cut out the circle from the area. 0. We have to regroup. This becomes a 0. This becomes a 9. This becomes a 9. This becomes a 10. So 21.5. So it's D. So this is area of a composite figure.